Oh, hello there, and welcome to week number 8, a time of year I like to call Pick or Treat. So let's get started with this week's picks. Up first, we got ourselves the Bee-Waxers going up against the Hangmen. Now, is it just me, or are these two teams actively trying to miss the playoffs? The Bee-Waxers, you'd think, have never been in the league before, and the Hangmen, you could never have guessed that they were last year's champions. Well, I'm thinking this one, these teams are going to have to scrape and struggle. And in that case, I'm going to have to give it to the Bee-Waxers by 2. And to the Hangmen, a popcorn ball. Up next, we have the Snickertopus taking on the Extractors. Now, these are two teams that I think are better than a lot of people give them credit for. I think in the past couple of weeks, they've really started to step up their game, and I think could make a great push for the playoffs later on this season. However, that said, I'm going to give this one to Team Snickertopus by 4 points. And the reason they're getting it by 4 is because of running back Dalvin Cook leading the lead in total points. Snickertopus by 4, and for the Extractors, a box of raisins. Is that your stomach, Jimmy? Jesus, eat something, you skinny bitch. Next, we have the Roughnecks going on against the Senator. Going on? We got a little bit of roughneck and it's going on. Up next, we have the Roughnecks going up against the Senators. Now, a little while ago, as in 2 short weeks ago, I could have cared less for this matchup. But I gotta tell you something, the Senators have really picked up their game of late. Especially with Chris Godwin on their team being a new kind of leader. But in this case, I'm still going to give it to the Roughnecks by 3 because even though Chris Godwin is emerging, Deshaun Watson is dominating. So 3 points to the Roughnecks, and for the Senators, circus peanuts. Up next, we have Brother Bowl 2019. The Gowanda Thunder versus Steinhoff Slaughterhouse. Now this one is very academic because let's be very, very honest. The only thing the Slaughterhouse have going for them this season is Austin Hooper. That's it. The Thunder are a far more dominant team. I'm going to give this one to said Thunder 10 points. And for Mama Steinhoff's baby boy, a stale piece of bitter honey I found in the back of a 1974 Chrysler. And finally, settle in for a 4-star main event. The Taylor Hollow Terror versus the Irving A-Holes. This one, it's going to be a great game. Don't get me wrong, but come on, do I even have to do this anymore? I think we all know how this is going. A-Holes by 7. They're dominant, and they have the Patriots coming in this week strong. So, A-Holes by 7, and for the Taylor Hollow Terror, a sleeve of Necco wafers. Well, that's it for this week's edition of the BPFFL. Have a very happy and safe Halloween, and hope all your candy is delicious and nightmare-free. Good day. Didn't like that one. I'm going to do it again. Well, that's it for week 8. Hope you all have a great and happy Halloween. Whee! And those reaction shots you wanted.